Dean Ibarez, John Sentes, we have known each other for a while. Um, a shout out to our guy Andre, PSP, the originator. Yeah, he definitely has a skill of knowing who the dogs are for sure. I so love that guy. He introduced us as a normal affiliated guy would. What were your first impressions of the much skinnier version?
Well, the first thing I could think about not knowing back then was this guy's crazy. That's number one. Very set in stone in your ways. Really believe what you do. That's the first thing that I, got for you, and I respected it. Think anyone that has conviction in whatever it is that they do and believe in it deserves some sort of respect. And I think that's when our trust is starting to get built.
For sure. I remember you deadlifting large amounts of weight, making a lot of noise, but also being very authentic in how you presented yourself. And that was different to most of those guys in the gym because I had already been around some savages and some people. And it was funny because I understand what my perspective comes from is when you baseball reference me or you Google me, none of my Mexican stats are one there or two right. Yeah, like it's not exactly accurate. And I don't even know who to call Baseball Reference Mexico to get that fixed, but that's definitely not what point is. But point is, at that time, where Cutternation was, it was just infancy. And I had remembered that, just seeing you guys and knowing like, if I could just face you guys one time, I know you would look at me in a different light, And so take me through, we're in the middle of nowhere, San Diego, arable field, middle of code.
Yeah. It was at Rockford High School, if I remember correctly. And yeah, we're just, going to war. I was just trying to get my work in, get some ADs from anyone and everyone. And I remember facing you, and you pitched quite odd. At that time, I assumed you were trying to figure out what kind of hitter I was, what my strengths were and weaknesses. And you just pitched me in sequences that I personally haven't seen before. And coming from, college ball, obviously high school ball, pro ball with the Mariners and whatnot during that COVID time, very traditionally, 2-0-3-1, you think you get a fastball, but, John Sentes is throwing me a sinker or a changeup on my ankles or a cutter or, anything to not give in and just get me out, which I think that's when our partnership started, started to go to war.
And then the way I remember it, I remember, that it was you, there were some other pro guys out there. And I remember Taylor also throwing first and me going, yes, this is going to be perfect. Taylor throws harder than me. He's 92, 93 with just like dumb run and a lot of fun on his pitches. And then I'm going to come back and do the opposite. I'm going to cut it instead of run it and just do. And it's funny, like those videos are still out there. So if there's anybody ever into, deep into the archive, can actually feel it. Yeah. There's a lot of fun fighting. And so I wanted to, that's the first thing that I wanted to go into because, you as a professional hitter, the ability to seek out live at bats, seek out, at bats, and forgive me what you said, you know what I mean? I think that concept, I've been pushing that idea for, probably since I started rehabbing. So 15, 18 years now. And it's still to this day foreign to a lot of people that don't actually understand real sparring, real training.
Yeah.
From your perspective of since that date, before that date, what do you feel the difference is of what you're training?
Yeah, I think just any live reps in training, whether it be ABs or, on my defensive side, getting guys to, getting bullpens and getting true blocks and throwing and all that good stuff, simulated games. I think it's pivotal to being ready for a spring training or a season coming in already have some sort of game action, get all the rust off and be able to, execute as soon as you get into professional eyes, whether it be your GM or, front office people, coordinators, like whatnot. So I think from that moment, I started to take live ABs a little bit more seriously, and I started implementing part of my training routine. And it's helped me tremendously every year that I played ever since. As gradually, I've improved. So it's something that I take very serious.
Yeah. So yeah, I love that because that's my perspective, right? Like bullpens to me are boring,
Yeah.
and there's a certain level of competitiveness that I need where if I throw a pitch in the bullpen, you hit it out, that's what's supposed to happen. You need that threat. You don't get that threat in the bullpen. So sparring, fighting against other guys and continuously doing it, I feel like it's definitely, well, at least I see in other sports like MMA and basketball where they're constantly trying to push their skill set.
Mm-hmm.
Is there one thing that you felt like has helped you inside of Why the Bats that really has taken your plan to another level?
Yeah, I think overall facing you throughout the years has drastically improved my game offensively. For many reasons, I think first and foremost, you dissected me as a hitter, knowing my weaknesses, strengths, and just literally latching on to my weaknesses and throwing me those weaknesses until I learned how to hit it or adjust. I think that's one of the things that has made me a better hitter, translating into my seasons where, the opposing pitching staff or the pitchers try to do the same thing at a much lower level, I would say, because you're a psychopath. But yeah, I think as we talk baseball and we got to know each other a little bit more, I think I learned a lot about you as a pitcher, how you approach me, and just kind of implemented that little, that chess match that we usually play. And whether I'm looking what I think you're going to throw me, and then you throw me what you think I'm not looking for, and just going back and forth in that sense. So I think that has definitely improved my offensive side of my game, and it's helped me, progress and be a more mature, not only baseball player, but, also hitter.
Yeah. So this year I would, count one of your most successful seasons, right? And so after our training into that, you go down to Mexico, played for Union Laguna. I enjoyed playing those guys very much so, not to mention, more than half your team I played with, which was really fun for me to watch, um, you know, as the season went, and you were able to start, I know we talked about the different ways that we categorize pitchers, but, as you being a catcher as well, where do you feel like the strategic side kind of changed for you, and what can you see that now that is like different?
Yeah, I think the first and foremost, the biggest change and adjustment that I experienced down there was the winning side of it, the competitiveness and intensity. As far as whether it be a hitter, an inning, a game, or a series where everyone's going all out. Whether it be Felix Perez or Isaac Rodriguez or just big name guys down there. That's like, okay, this guy is one of the better guys on the team in the league, and the guys will give you your best in that AB. I think that competitive nature and just the winning culture down there is my biggest adjustment and what made me a better baseball player down there. Just coming from affiliate ball and in the Mariners organization, it's more development, which obviously it's important, but nothing replicates and nothing helps your development even more in winning. So I think just that winning aspect of things what really elevated my game.
Yeah, I agree. When I was playing down there, I distinctly remember like winning be the most important. Yeah, they didn't care if I gave up 5 or 6 runs. They cared if we won the game. And the stat and all Cheeto finger stat nerds out there, those stats are just the math problem to 1, which is 1 win or 1 loss. And that is the full goal. And what you're trying to do between a hitter or a pitcher is use all of these advantages, all of these little pieces of information that you have to help yourself win the game, help the team win the game. So, all right. So take me favorite moment in the season this year. What's your favorite? Can you take me to your favorite moment, or at least like take me to an AB, take me to a location, because I played in Laredo. I played everywhere that you played. Everywhere you played, I've been and played. So, for our audience at home, the people that don't understand what they're looking at. And first of all, you can't even watch. You have to subscribe. You have to, first of all, you have to speak Spanish or read Spanish. Now Google Chrome translates, which was great for us because we had to go in vivo, which is live. And there is there's no DVR. So if you don't watch the game live, sorry, my wife hated it. I'm trying to sit at the dinner table watching Dean, and she's like, can you watch that later? Actually, no, I can't because this broadcast is gone forever.
Yeah.
But you're just, hopefully you find it somewhere on the internet. So give me your favorite moment or favorite anything. What do you got?
Okay, I'm going to give you two. On the field and off the field. I think off the field, my favorite moment was definitely going to Yucatan, like the Leones. The cenotes, beautiful. Oh my God, it was breathtaking. I got to experience it with some of my teammates. It was just awesome. A lot of pictures, videos. I posted some content on my IG
For sure.
About it, my short trip there. But on the field, I think it would have to be against TJ playoffs when I hit a grand slam at Lowell. Just the whole playoff atmosphere, man, just obviously, like I was talking about, the winning culture and just the presence of the fans, just loud. It was just very intense every game. So that's what I enjoyed the most. That's when most competitive nature comes out and, giving your all. And I really enjoyed those moments.
Yeah. The playoffs down there was just unreal. I was so excited that you did get to experience it. It's like, we know a lot of professional ball players that are playing in a lot of non-meaningful games. There's a lot of minor league issues where I see guys that don't understand the intensity or they're overly intense for what it is, and they might how to function when we get to playoff time when it matters. So, I think that's there is a clutch gene to a moment of winning. It says a lot for you. You went all the way to the finals, lost in Game 6, had some fun. I told my dad about the three guys you faced in TJ that were just wild, like Pedro Strobe, Hector Robles, Tolly Feliz, like
mass,
like those. Yeah. How was that day? Not very good. I think it went exactly how I thought. Yeah. So, I'd say it's kudos to you. You've put in the hard work. We see it. We know that, our training system is very unique, but we know the value and we're very aware of it. Just like the other day, you called me up, hey, let's just hit. Okay. And for me, it's a walk in the park and just chilling, just hanging out. And you're like, no, I want cutters on the black and I want them good. It helps you to try to give me, okay, sure.
Typical John Since trade.
Yeah. And so talking about that, I feel like, for me, my perspective as a pitcher and what I've seen for this long amount of time training guys like you and other people is that there is a McGregor type of capitalizing on weaknesses, sheer adage. And so the strategy of what we have really been trying to implement here, can you talk about the mindset of like what really made you turn? Because you text me yesterday, and I'm not going to talk about what you said, but just what you text me, it's like I told you when I responded to it. So I feel crazy.
Yeah.
I feel nuts that people don't see it and it's in plain sight, so strategically what's the plan? Where are you at? Let's just talk about actually what your goals are.
My plan right now is to hopefully have I just had a good summer season right now in Mexico and hopefully go to winter ball somewhere and be able to have the same or better season like I did in the summer and be able to continue to, progress my career and see what happens, internationally or back in the States. That would be the goal. Obviously, my main goal would be to play in the major leagues. So, take it day by day, one day at a time and be able to, train intentionally and with purpose every day. And with our programs that we have, not necessarily, obviously within your business Cutternation, but also like at a personal level where you would talk about my weaknesses, and I would tell you what I think I need to work on and just little stuff that you see. That's why I call you a psychopath, because you see things that not a lot of people, well, actually almost no one has mentioned to me, and it works. I went down to Mexico and I would see a lot of John Sinces down there, cutters and sliders, sinkers, changeups, slurs, 60-mile-per-hour curveball and whatnot. And it's very refreshing to know that I've been through that situation, through that count, through that specific type of pitching style, and already prepared for it. Dominated here, go down there and try to do the same thing.
Yeah, for sure. I love it. So, working on a couple deals for your winter ball stuff. I'm excited about that. You have also done something else that I think is very unique that a lot of people in the country don't know what happened. So, can you take me through a Sunday league in Tijuana situation? Can we explain that in your perspective? Because when I post videos, when I talk about, people don't understand. Like a lot of people don't understand. Like I get asked to play Sunday league in the States all the time, and it's not very fun. So, I've been down there and played. I played against your family's team.
Yeah.
People know me down there and stuff, but a lot of people that don't know what that is, explain like the whole Sunday league Oates situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's the name says it all. It's Sunday league, and it's a good mixture depending on the time of the year, right? People getting ready for spring training. You'll see a lot of minor leaguers down there, a lot of pro guys from Mexico. Just join these teams, play 2, 3, maybe a month, 2, 3 weeks or a month, just to get their live reps in. You can only do so much getting ground balls in the cage, or on the field or bullpens, catching off the machine. And people go down there to get some live games and to be able to be ready for spring training and go wherever you go, whether in the States or in Mexico. But you have a good variety of like uncles, dads playing, but that are actually pretty good. You'd be surprised. They're pretty savvy down there and play a lot of mind games, but then also pro guys trying to get ready for their season. And it's a Sunday league game, and
well, now the field's very playable. I mean, turf. Yeah, I mean,
oh yeah,
is a better than what it was.
Yeah, exactly.
There's still those 3 or 4 other.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, I'll explain the whole geographic situation. There's a soccer complex attached to a baseball complex that has, I don't know, 20 fields maybe.
Around there
with all the little, because they got something literally, they got the entos, they got little guys, they got, and there's like 5 or 6 songs. It's a huge place. And they have like their grand stadium, they play music. It's the closest thing to Mexican minor league ball that I think that I've seen for a while in there. But, they broadcast the game on Facebook. It's like a serious thing for a lot.
They take you very seriously.
Yeah, they take it very seriously.
It's fun.
Yeah, for sure. 100% fun. I had a blast. I love those people. And that's, for me, I'd always, coming from the baseball direction that I came from, which was so like not an intimate culture, it's also annoying to me that like people that get that excited about a Sunday league game, because we just don't have that same viewpoint here. And they play freaking 2 seasons a year. There's barely any time off those fields. So,
yeah,
it's always fun to see, like you said, I remember seeing Felix Rodriguez, Misak, a lot of those Tijuana dudes going at it, and they're playing on the all dirt field.
Yeah,
I'm pitching against.
Exactly.
And I'm like, what are you doing there? Like, well, we heard you were coming and pitching. Oh, okay.
Nice.
So I see that. All right. Now I understand. Like everybody wants to have a good time. So, and that's what this place is. So, could you talk about, obviously we had the old place, right? And there were some things we knew, when we were in there, it was too small compared, tell me about what you liked, what you didn't like about the old place. And then now that you've gone over here to the new spot, tell me, because we know we had the technology.
Yeah,
we always had things that you were unfamiliar with. I'm always trying to bring you like, hey, look at this. What do you think about this?
Yeah, I think the old place was a lot smaller, but it had anything and everything you needed to, get ready for your season and be able to compete right out in the off season. But with this new place, the number one thing that sticks out to me is it's really nice and professional setting. A lot more technology, bigger space, and it looks very organized, very clean. It has a added weight room as well that, it's very efficient. And you just can get an all around good workout, whether it be baseball, strength training, agility, live ABs, you name it.
Yeah, I tried to build a spring training complex in one spot. Yeah, that's what I wanted. I want to be, but as much as everybody likes to talk about running and being fast, let's just talk about it. You don't have to run the train. Like you can run sprints, but if I'm running off the mound, I didn't do my job. So let's just stay on stay on the more
psychopath, like I said.
You know what I mean? So, I appreciate that, man, because a lot of these ideas, we still have so much more to go. I'm really excited about how we've gotten it so far, but a lot of it had to do with, your ability to be comfortable, really considering professional athletes like myself and you and be like, I want a one-stop convenient, but I don't have to do anything. I can walk in, I can train, I can leave. I don't need to set things up. I have everything that I needed. I knew that we needed a bigger gym. We needed obviously a better space. I mean, this live AB cage is freaking unreal. I'm so excited about that. We've got plenty of room to grow over here. These are our nets from over there. We flip-flopped them. They play really well. I mean, watching the ball flight off you when I was telling the other day, it's just, it's nice to really see it where it's supposed to go, and it feels real.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. I mean, I think that it being spacious, it's allows you to see nice ball flight. As a pitcher, I'm sure you don't feel so constricted. You got more space to do what you got to do with your movements, right?
For sure.
Yeah, it's great.
Awesome. So, let's have some fun. We'll have some lightning round questions for you.
All right, let's do it.
So, favorite travel food?
Wow. Okay. I would have to say, what was that?
You're in the airport. You get off. You go into the.
Okay.
Where you go? Let's go with where are you going to eat first, right?
Yeah.
Go to the food court. Obviously, I know you're going there.
Yeah.
Right? Or are you going to a sit down restaurant? Or are you going to Mexico City Airport? It's wild.
Yeah, I'm more of a sit down restaurant kind of guy. I have my book or get on FaceTime with family, friends. I'm more like in the chill setting where I can just not only enjoy my food but enjoy some company or a book or just pick something relaxed.
Pick a restaurant. Where are you going? Mexico City. I mean, for everybody that's watching, you have to obviously go to the Mexico City Airport, but it's any other giant airport in the States. It has everything. So put in the air.
Actually, every time I go to Mexico City, I go to one specific restaurant. I don't know the name of it. It's like some French name, but it's just amazing food. Yeah, service. Yeah, the French one. Yeah,
of course,
exactly. And yeah, that's definitely my top restaurant right on the road when I go traveling. But when I'm feeling something more, basic, I'll hit up some Panda Express. Something quick. Just get some protein in and gotta go.
Yeah. Candy in the shop. Just give me.
Oh, yeah.
You're in the daily. Are you going magazine? Are you going? What are you going in?
I it's my favorite Mexican candy since I was a little kid. My grandpa used to buy it for me when every Sundays we go to the gas station and get my chocolate bar. It's called Kinder Bueno. It's my favorite of all time, and that's
you gotta get
number one.
We need to get this guy's shirt. Beautiful.
Yeah.
In there. Awesome. Okay, and then what's the number one thing? Season's over. I have I've been around a lot of ball players that have different strategies. I know you're busy, but what would be the ideal off season? Because everybody has. That's what I picked up in Mexico. A lot of the guys that I played with that are Mexican, as soon as the season's over, they vacation somewhere.
Yeah.
And it's something that kind of caught me off guard. I wasn't prepared for that. Obviously, I should have done it when I was playing. But obviously you came home and I know you have to go somewhere, but if you had time, where are you going on that vacation postseason?
Well, I've been wanting to go to Costa Rica, somewhere tropical, enjoy nature, somewhere by the beach. That's definitely my vibe.
The beach?
Yeah. That's mine.
You're going to grill on the beach?
Oh, yeah. That's my kind of vibe. And yeah, just be by the water. Again, just relaxing. You're in a season where there's a lot of noise, a lot of fans. You give a lot of time and energy to, adult fans and also little kids. And you have to be very attentive to that, be a professional, part of being a professional. So I think coming back home, all I want to do is obviously spend some time with my family, get home cooked meals as well for my mom and my dad.
Yeah.
But definitely, head up the beach, get some quiet, get my Zen on and just relax.
Nice. I don't know. That's where it was confusing me. I was more like, dude, people want to get up and leave again. I'm like, dude, we just traveled for like 7 months.
Yeah, exactly.
One spot. Just chill for a second. Yeah, totally. What was the first restaurant you went to when you got back in the States? Where was?
Oh man, I think I got some Orden Brew by my apartment in Pacific Beach. Yeah,
sandwich.
Orden Brew. Yeah, Baja Beef, baby. Yeah, love that spot.
So let's switch gears a little bit. I know you've been doing a lot of stuff business-wise. Do you have any plans this off season or anything that, any projects or anything?
Baseball or business related? Non-baseball. Okay. Yeah, I have a few businesses that I own and that I manage, and kind of help built it up and learned a lot from that. And right now, my biggest concern, no, I would say my biggest project would be I would like to get some property, beachfront property in Ensenada, fix it up very nicely as Airbnb. Yeah, that's something that's been on my mind for a few years that I've been trying to work on and be able to do. And I think I'm going to aggressively pursue that this offseason.
Aggressively pursue that. What part of Ensenada? Where's the south?
Close to the vineyards by Guadalupe.
No,
That area.
that's the north side, man.
I think that's just,
Is it before Ensenada or entrance?
it's a little bit steep. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but that's exciting. I love every time I went to the valley, and it's just by far my most favorite. That was like one of my YouTube videos that went viral is in the Starbucks downtown in the harbor. Yeah, I shot where like my cover just felt really good.
I love that.
This is what I'm doing. Like, I need to remember the Snyder. And I know it's crazy. But if you don't know, if you guys watch my old stuff, there's a literal like, hey, John Santos, Cutternation. This is how I throw my cover. So I'll never forget that. But it was, oh man, it's just such a fun time. I mean, even the baseball was my favorite place to play.
Mm-hmm.
That small little stadium was so.
Marineros.
Yeah. I love the owners. My parents would go because it's a safe place to, they took an hour bus and we just take the border and come watch me play there. And they were so much fun. They were so nice to take care of they found out they were my parents. And then like, of course, like I think I had to be like 3 eggs and struck out like 8 or something,
Right.
like as the closer. And I was like, hey, yeah. Well, dude, this has been fun. I appreciate your time. Thanks for your words. Is there anything that you?
Yeah, I just want to thank you for your time. Obviously, thank you for Cutternation for hospitality all these years. You've been very generous with your time, your facility, your equipment, and I just want to be able to promote your business. I've definitely grown from it, not only as a baseball player, from obviously too personally, and I just want to be able to promote that and be able to tell people, younger kids or professionals as well, to come check it out. It has everything you need, and you'll be able to, get ready for your upcoming season, whether it be summer or winter.
Once you tell people what they're going to learn, I think that's my favorite.
Well, I mean, if you get the special treatment like myself,
give both versions. Give them what they're going to learn in one version, and then give them the other side. Because the other side, you earn this one. You earn this.
Yeah. Yeah, I think I think you're very generous. You get it, as far as like what we need as professionals and what we're looking for, the development side and also the winning side of things. And I think obviously you have a particular program for certain age groups, certain levels that you offer that develops their game and helps them to understand the game at a high level. But also the professional aspect, my treatment where, we attack counts, we attack outs, stadiums, wind, runners on base, situations, their pitching stuff, what kind of pitches they have, how I'm doing, how I feel, whether I'm on the box, away from the box, up front, all these crazy things that, people would never think about, but, being in the thick of it, you kind of pick up on it pitch by pitch and go to war and make these adjustments and try to keep the hitter off balance and capitalize on pitcher's mistakes. So that's something that, throughout the years, I've been blessed to be able to, get this type of specific training that's helped me in situations like this year where, I went all the way to the Serie del Rey and faced some big time arms, big time moments. And I was able to, come through, clutch up, but also failed and learn from those moments. But yeah, it's everything I need.
In my perspective, you just look so comfortable. And that's like my most favorite part about where I know our training is successful, where I'm like, you're only comfortable because you're aware of what's happening.
Yeah.
Only comfortable because we've talked about it, we've game planned it, we've looked at it. I specifically remember that lefty from Monterey was pumping 95 inside of text up in there. Like, he will not do that again. I guarantee. He got lucky. I saw your reaction on the second and the third one, and I was like, I would never. That sounds crazy. That sounds absolutely nuts if he were to ever do that again. And you made other guys, pay just like the same way we had talked about it here. And that's what's fun about, being around other high level baseball players, high level professionals is, unfortunately, for all you kids at home that are watching or parents that don't athlete high level, nobody's playing the high level games. You gotta like learn the other versions of the game. There are easier versions of the game, baseball, being played right in front of you. If you're not aware of that, then you're going to be diced up when you get to the harder levels of the game. So, it definitely is a testament to your hard work focus too, because, we didn't swing the bat. We just tried to put this
Yeah.
really hats off to you through that whole process. Because, just all the different, for you guys that don't know, okay, the guy he played in elevation. He played in the most northern part of Mexico City to one of the most southern states. He went to a weird part in the middle of nowhere with no humidity, elevation, cold weather, Mexican league balls, which do have, and I wouldn't say they're as jumpy as the big league balls because
But they fly.
definitely fly.
Yeah.
That's, but yeah, dude, like it's, kudos to you. It's so hard to finish a baseball season, in a professional setting outside of the States. I mean, a lot of, think about how many teammates you have, like, make the whole season.
Yeah. I mean, it's very cutthroat. I mean, just baseball in general, it's a business that's very cutthroat. And yeah, like, I mean, one day I was going to bed thinking I'm going to say, it's just same teammates that I got along with. And next thing you know, I got 3 new guys that I had to build relationships with. But part of the game, it's part of the process. It's the nature of the game, and survival of the fittest. You just gotta outperform your competition and just kind of be at the top.
Yeah, for sure. And one more to is your ability to handle the entire pitching staff. I want to, knowing each guy's arsenal. So we had a lefty with cheese and a blade. And we had a righty with a just unreal split.
Oh yeah,
side ride.
Yeah.
And then you had another righty with sink and slide and curve and like
nasty.
If you have a catcher as a pitcher, you have a catcher that knows the versions of the game that can do it. Is that something else that kind of helped you over here that you learned and like to understand like different ways of calling?
Yeah, I think it's a mixture of knowing your pitcher strengths, and also the hitter's strengths and weaknesses, and being able to attack them on that specific situation. Man on second, 2 outs, he's probably going to sit on his best pitch, or man on first, 2 outs, he's probably going to get a dead red heater and try to get one out of the park depending on the score too, the inning, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So it just depends on the game. If you look at the scoreboard, and baseball's pretty predictable. If you look at the scoreboard and the situation, the outs, inning and all that. So try to, play chess in those situations, and, keep the hitter off balance. And, also too, filling out my pitcher, seeing if, their best pitches there today, or if he only has fastball, and just kind of ride with that, and then try to get the job done. So just a lot of little things too, scouting reports and stuff like that. So it's definitely a lot of mind games.
It's always fun too, because I remember the last time I threw to you, I pitched to you as your catcher differently than I pitched to you if you're hit it.
Yeah.
And that was, sometimes I'll just relinquish control and just say yes to everything to say all the time.
Yeah. Just to play with me. Yeah.
Always the game. Yeah, that's awesome. I mean, you're one of my most fun guys to throw to, especially
Fun.
that's, the fun part of when you're catching me or when we're fighting, you're in the box. Like there is that, one-on-one Carmelo Anthony versus AI, Kobe versus Jordan thing. And that mental focus is what I think is the international community. That's all they do. It's like, all they do is they understand the fight versus one guy versus 9. Good job. Well, I can't wait to see your progress as you keep going.
Thank you, brother.
For your words.
Thank you. Appreciate it. What do you think?